Hello everyone, and I'm back. I've had my bath and I washed my hair, and I have now super boofy hair that needs to calm down a little bit. And I put on quite minimal makeup, although it doesn't look it, because I put on Unisex Healthy Glow. I put a bit of my Aldi concealer on, and I used the Instant Look in a palette, and then I put the enhanced shade of the Celestial palette of Pops just over my mobile lid, and then on my lips I used bels, as they would say in London, bels. Okay, so, and I put bronzer on from the Instant Look in a palette, but in the meantime this arrived, so I haven't put this on yet. So I thought what I would do is, before I go and pick up Jack, I would apply new makeup, which is still, look, not been opened, still sealed in the box. And this is the new highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury. And then when I come back from picking Jack up, I will do some comparisons with her other highlighters. I'm very keen to do that because I'm going to be honest with you, I really wasn't sure whether I wanted to get this. And I'm still not sure, because I'm not sure that it actually presents anything particularly wonderfully new. Charlotte's done a lot of highlighters and a lot of different hues of highlighter. And there's only so many highlighter shades you can have. So I wasn't sure, but the packaging is just, look at that. That packaging is beautiful, I have to say. And it does make for a beautiful gift. And again, it's the same pattern on the front. So, you know, it's a lovely Christmas gift. So let's open this, shall we? And I'm going to apply some to finish off my look. I haven't put on any powder today. I just left it off completely because my skin was feeling quite dry. Now, how do I open this? Ah, there we go. There we are. Nice pristine highlighter with a little plastic cover over the top. And there it is. Doesn't that look beautiful? Now, do you know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of a release by MAC last Christmas. They brought out an individual highlighter as well. And if anyone can remember the name, let me know. But it was in a similar kind of, it had a similar pattern on the top. And they brought it out for Christmas. And I can't think of the name, but I'll try and look it up before I upload this video. But anyway, that is the highlighter. Now, I'm not sure whether it's got an overspray and whether or not it's going to be difficult at first, and then as you start to dig into it, it's going to be more pigmented, but I will certainly let you know. So let me get my little sculpt brush and let's have a go. I always hate to go into these things because they look so beautiful on the top, and I'm going to just put some on. So it does leave a beautiful glow. Look at that. Can you see that? I will swatch some on my hand as well. I have time to do that before going out. And I will put some down the middle of my face. Can't see it much on that side. I think it's just because of the light. Let's put some down the middle of my face. Oh yeah, you can see that. Put some over my lips, as Charlotte often does. Just trying to make sure I don't get any lipstick on the brush and on the top there. I didn't put any highlighter on the inner corner of my eye. Oh yes, that's definitely very blingy when you put it on with your fingers. Look at that. So there it is. Now let's do this side. Whoa, yes. Right, let me swatch this on the back of my hand and I will show you what this looks like. So here we have it. Just going to interrupt myself here to say that it didn't have that overspray effect. So it's very soft to touch and very pigmented as soon as you dip your finger in the pan. It is beautiful, and it's got a gold undertone, which is something that I really like. And I will imagine that if you put this on with a wet brush, it will also be super pigmented. I might just have to give a quick go to that one before I go out. I'm going to turn up really blinging at school. But Jack normally comes straight to the car, so I'm just going to spray the brush lightly with my Tilbury spray, and then I'm just going to go back in with this highlighter, and we're probably going to really bling it now. Oh yes. So Jack's going to see me from about 2 miles away at school. So it definitely makes it more blingy when you put it on with a damp brush. I'm not going to do that down my nose but you can see there, beautiful shimmer that can be seen from Mars. But I have to say, it doesn't look glittery, it just looks shiny. Okay, so that is the Magic Star highlighter by Charlotte Tilbury. And isn't that a beautiful compact as well to take out and about with you in your handbag? See me after this short break, when I will be comparing it to the Bar of Gold Trio highlighter and some of our other highlighters. Okay, be right back. Hello everyone, I'm back. It's been a few hours since I picked Jack up from school, but we spent some time together and I had a little rest. So now let me do some comparisons with this highlighter. And I keep forgetting the name of it, the Magic Star highlighter, which you can see is on my face. Now, the first thing that came to mind, obviously, was this Bar of Gold palette. So let me do some swatches and let's see if there's anything similar, because as I said, I was a little bit dubious about whether or not this was something I needed. A highlight's a highlighter, there's only so many tones you can get, and I have a feeling it's aesthetically very nice. It goes with the set, it goes with the bronze and the new instant look in a palette. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me today. It goes with the new instant look in the palette, and it goes with the new palette of pops. It's a lovely gift to get, but is the highlighter very much different to highlighters that have gone on before? That's what I want to ask myself right now. So let's go in with this Bar of Gold Trio and have a look, shall we? So I've got that. I've also got the Filmstar Bronze and Glow in light to medium, and I've got the 2 Lovegasm palettes. So let's have a look. So let's just do a swatch first of all of the new Magic Star highlighter, and I'll put that on my finger. As you can see, it's quite gold toned, which is probably why it suits my complexion quite well. I think if you've got a medium to dark skin tone, it's going to suit you very well because of the yellow undertone in the highlighter. So that is the Magic Star palette. Now again, it's not looking brilliant on this camera right now, but I'm going to do some camera swatches in a minute. So let's now dig into Bar of Gold and see whether that looks anything like it. I suspect this one is going to be a bit lighter. Yes, it is. So that is it next to Bar of Gold, which as you can see is a lot lighter and a lot cooler, not as warm as the Magic Star highlighter. Then I'm going to go into the middle shade, which it was Rose Gold. Was it, that's what it was called? Rose Gold, yes. And then Gold Bullion. I had to remind myself of the names then. So this one is Rose Gold, which quite predictably is more rose toned, but I suspect that Gold Bullion, being more yellow toned, is the one that is going to be the closest match. So let's have a look at that one. Okay, so that's Gold Bullion. That is very, very similar indeed. I'm going to show a picture in a while of those two next to one another so that you can see them. I think the two are very, very similar. Perhaps that one's got slightly more orange in it, but they are very similar indeed. So let's have a look next at the Filmstar Bronze and Glow, which I suspect again is going to be a little bit too pale for this. So I'm going to swatch that one underneath. Yeah, so that one is the palest of the bunch. And then we're going to move on to the two Lovegasm palettes. So first of all, we have Lightgasm, and I'm going to take their highlighter, which again, I suspect may be a bit too fair, but it's a little bit warmer than the Filmstar Bronze and Glow highlighter. So let's just take Lightgasm. Where did I put that swatch? There. So let's put that one here. So that one is the Lightgasm highlighter. And then we're going to go in with the darker one of the two, which is called Lovegasm. And look at that one, which I suspect again is going to be closer to this one because it was for darker skin tones. And yes, it is. Okay, so I'm going to put a picture of all of these together coming up next. And then I'm going to do a swatch of this one, which is Magic Star, alongside Gold Bullion from the Bar of Gold Trio. And then finally, the highlighter from the darker one of the Lovegasm palettes called Lovegasm. Okay, and you can see the difference between those three, which seem to be the closest. Okay, I'll be right back. So my conclusion is, do you need this highlighter? Well, I would say of all of the ones that I've just swatched, this is probably the most pigmented. So if you like your highlighters, if you like Becca highlighters, if you like really glowy highlighters, then you are going to love this. And it is very pretty, and it is in this beautiful container, so it will make a beautiful gift. In terms of what's gone before, I think they are so similar to Gold Bullion, and it's so similar to Gold Bullion and to Lovegasm that if you've got those two, either one of those two highlighters, then once you actually brush this onto your face, I don't think you're going to see an awful lot of difference between those other two highlighters and this highlighter. But if you're looking for a lovely gift, or you want a nice highlighter compact for your handbag, then it is very pretty and it goes with the set. But all I can say is that highlighters, a lot of highlighters end up looking quite similar to one another, and which is what I kind of suspected, except you can see there is a lot more pigment to it and a lot more shine to it. What I will say is be very careful if you are very pale skin toned, because this has got a yellow undertone to it. And as you can see, it looks fine if you're a medium kind of warm undertone or above. This would look also very good if you've got very dark skin. If you're very pale, it might not be the best one for you. I would say that if you are very pale skin toned, the highlighter in the Instant Look in a palette is going to work better for you because it is a cool toned highlighter. Let me just show you that one like that. And that's actually going to suit you better than I've just wiped that other one off my finger now. But it's not going to be as light reflective. There is no doubt about it that this is very light reflective. Okay, so there is the one in the Instant Look in a palette. There is Magical Star. Okay, so it's, as always, it's up to you. I can just give you as much information as I can. I kind of regret buying it, to be honest, because it's so similar to highlighters I've already got. And I kind of don't, because this is going to look very pretty on my dressing table when I move into my new home. And it's just a nice little treat for myself. But it's not something that I absolutely needed, that I didn't have the colours of. So I'm a little bit on the fence about this one. But tell me what you think. It's very pretty, very lovely packaging. Certainly a blinding highlighter. Let me know what you think. But thank you for watching. Any questions, please leave them below. Take care and have a lovely weekend. Bye, Ali Pallies. Mwah!